everyone. My name is Mark Cormier. I'm here with Kathy Cormier for Movement Yoga Morning. We do this on a weekly basis mostly, and 17 minutes of a yoga warm-up. You can do at home. You can do it without us at any point. It's relatively simple stuff, but having said that, on a regular basis, you'll my guess, I can't say what will really happen because I'm not there, but you'll experience more flexibility, more strength, more peace of mind, and it's all the good stuff. And if you don't, the side effects are generally pretty good. You're not going to hurt yourself. So anyway, Kathy, are you ready to come on up? Right. Tell me what you think. Should I bring the camera a little farther back? How's that look to you?
Looks good.
Looks good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's bring hands on hips and let's march it from side to side. And then I'll invite you to balance on one foot as we kick it off to each side. We've got side kicks. We've got cross kicks. We've got front kicks. We've got back kicks. Yeah, let's go through that one more time. Marching it side to side. A kick to each side. Finding a cross kick. Other cross kick. Kicking it front. Kicking it back. Back to center. Marching it side to side. And then finding your center. From here, I'll invite you to bring one hand onto your heart, the other hand on top. I'll invite you to set an intention for this morning's practice. It could be something you're thinking about, something you're moving towards, something as simple as you're perfect, just as you are. Keeping this intention in mind, let's start to deepen and lengthen the breath. Long, smooth breaths in. Equally long, smooth breaths out. As you breathe in, I'll invite you to find a full body breath, bringing the air to the top of your chest, the base of your belly, filling up each side waist, filling up both front and back planes of your body. As you breathe out, I'll invite you to engage your core as you draw the low belly in and up, concurrently lifting the kidneys in and up, squeezing a little more air out. Most importantly, with that core engagement on the exhalation, providing structural support for your low back as you move through these shapes and sequences, like putting on a weight belt from the inside. The inhalation takes care of itself as the diaphragm engages and stretches down towards the navel to draw air into your lungs. Now finding the Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. It's a power breath, but it's also a relaxing breath. Slightly constricting the base of your throat, adding a slight sound and feel to your breath. And as we flow through our practice this morning, letting the sound and feel of your breath be a focus for your practice. The sound of which is often compared to the sounds of the ocean as the waves wash in and out. Now taking the tip of your tongue to the hard palate just behind your teeth, keeping that connection throughout the practice, keeping our jaws relaxed and connecting front and back planes of our bodies. Finally adding a slight smile to your face with your lips closed, a Mona Lisa smile, opening up the front of your throat so your breath has lots of room. Circulate, refresh, and revitalize. Keeping all this, lifting the chin tall through the crown as we roll our hands over. Hands by our side. Hands finding the hips. Let's ground down through a set of toes as we circle the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then taking those circles the other way. Now grounding down through that foot. Other's toes will circle the other ankle, the other knee, and the other hip. All three joints work together. And then taking those circles the other way. Now grounding on down, we'll bring our knees right together, hands cap the knees, circling your knees. Could be a big circle, little circle, fast circle, slow circle. Let it be your circle. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back up, don't think too much about it as you step your feet hip width apart. Most of us will have a little bit of a turnout to the toes. That's your natural stance. That's the way most of our hips are shaped. Keeping your natural stance, knees a little bit soft, hands find the back of the hips as we circle those hips. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, pretending you have an extra set of hands, keeping those hips relatively stable. Thumbs find each shoulder, elbows wide to the side as we start to circle our shoulders. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, hands by your side. One hand high, the other hand low as we take a side bend towards low hand. Other hand high, other hand low. Side bend towards that other low hand. We can start out small. And then letting it get bigger as we shift the weight between the hips, or between the feet, and jut those hips out. So good for our low back, more flexibility, more motility in that low side waist. When you're on one side or the other, holding that tilt, could you tilt just a little bit more? Could you reach up a little higher? Could you reach down a little lower? Back to center, tilting on that second side and holding. Could you tilt a little bit more? Could you reach up a little higher? Could you reach down a little bit more? And then back to center, hands by your side. Arms in the air like you either do or don't care. Shoulders circle one way as we circle the hips the other. Full body movement. Inviting in more prana, inviting in more flow. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, hands by your side. Releasing and relaxing the shoulders as we inhale the shoulders up towards the ears. On the exhale, let the exhale spill out through the mouth as we let those shoulders drop. After that a few times. Couple more times here. Keeping those shoulders heavy, I'll invite you to look up and look down. Back and forth between the two places. Next time you're looking up, holding that shape, could you look up a little higher as you find a little more stretch in the base of your throat? Now finding that other tuck of the chin, holding that. Could you take it a little further? Now putting your mind in your sternum, could you lift your sternum up towards your chin as you activate your upper back? And then lifting the chin tall through the crown. Keeping the shoulders just as they are, we'll tilt an ear towards one shoulder, other ear, other shoulder, back and forth between the two sides. When you're tilted one way or the other, holding that tilt, keeping far shoulder heavy, could you tilt just a little bit more? Back through center, tilting the other way and holding. Could you tilt just a little bit more? And back to center. Let's bring thumbs back onto our shoulders. They're just placeholders here as we jut the chin out and draw the chin back. Notice the energy neck is a lot longer than the neck looks in a mirror. Next time you jut that chin forward holding, could you jut just a little bit more? Now drawing that chin back, holding that, could you draw it back just a little bit more? And then back to center. Hands by your side. Let's bring an index finger on each side of the jaw. We're going to push the jaw back and then pull it up as we lengthen through the back of our neck. Hands by our side. Working the jaw as we rock it side to side. And then front to back. And then coming back to that slight part to the lips, that Mona Lisa smile as we stand tall. Let's do a quick posture check. Index fingers touch the ears, thumbs touch the shoulders, hands touch the hips, fingers stretch down towards the heels. Taking it in segments. Ears over shoulders, ears and shoulders over hips, ears, shoulders, hips over heels as we stand tall. I'll invite you to go sideways, Kathy, bringing hands to heart. This time a light press of your thumb against your sternum as you line up each finger. Relax shoulders, a soft tuck of the chin. Coming back to your breath and coming back to your attention. Lifting the chin tall through the crown, rolling those hands over as we stretch out those wrists. Hands by our side. Either keeping your natural stance or challenging your balance as you narrow the stance. Classically in yoga, we work straight lines. Equalize all stress on all sides of the joint. Having said that, a natural stance works just fine too. From here, moving towards our sun cell, taking it in 3 pieces. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, hands back down. 2 more times like this, observing the natural rhythm of the shoulders as the arms elevate, the shoulders elevate. As the arms descend, the shoulders descend. 1 more time here, breathing in. And breathing out. Adding a forward fold and a back bend, you might want to grab those bricks. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail as we arc the back. Really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Exhaling, tucking tail and chin as we stretch out our back. Feel that stretch just below the ribs. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, hands back down. 2 more times like this, half sun cell. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Really feel that stretch in your hamstrings as you really lift that tail up. Exhaling, really tucking the tail as we stretch out the base of the ribs. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead, hands over head pose. Exhaling, hands back down. 1 more time like this. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Now tucking the tail, tucking the chin as we round it in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to down dog. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Now tucking the tail, tucking the chin as you ground down through the hands. Stepping 1 foot back and then the other as you find your down dog. As we hold this down dog, I'll invite you to hold it in stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine. Deep, full breath. Either letting your neck relax and your head be heavy, or long through all sides of the neck as you look back towards your navel. Despite the lack of overt movement, you're still breathing. Your heart's still beating. Your mind's still moving. And by focusing on your Ujjayi breath as it flows in and out, finding a little more space between each beat of the heart, each breath, each thought. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. As goes the breath, so goes the mind. Tail into that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. Finding just a little more space in your low back. And then looking between the hands as you either step or jump in front. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, lifting chin and tail. Tucking tail and chin as we round it in. Inhaling Urdhva Hastasana, hands over head pose, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, hands back down. I'll cue you back to plank pose. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Now tucking the tail, tucking the chin as you ground down through the hands and back to plank as you step the other foot back. Or not. No worries. Just suggestions. As we hold the plank, feeling that connection between head, hips, and heel. Now this is even more complicated maneuver than moving plank.
I just have been trying to be in the camera.
No, absolutely, but that's actually something I might cue someday. Takes a lot of core integrity.
Crab walk.
The crab walk, absolutely. The crab plank.
Crab plank.
As we hold the plank, feeling that connection between head, hips, and heels. A line of strength running through the center of yourself. A line of strength that supports your attention. Despite the effort of the action, an easeful quality to your breath. That's what makes it yoga. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail into that breath, navel to spine as you lift the hips high back to your down dog. Either holding this down dog in stillness or walking your dog as you pedal your feet, swinging the shoulders, swaying the head, whatever feels right and good for you. However you choose to work, finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? If you chose to add movement, back towards stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine. Deep, full breath. Tail into that breath, bending the knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you either step or jump in front. And if you don't have a jump in you, no worries. Let an inhale bring length as you arc. Exhaling, arching as you fold it in. Inhaling, Urdhva Hastasana, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. Sunsal B, flow style. A lot going on and it's happening fast. Inhaling into tall spine. Exhaling, finding your chair, knees over toes. Inhale and hold. Exhale, go lower. More strength in your legs. Inhale, rising on up, finding a back bend at the top. Open heart, open throat. Exhaling, a big swan dive over. Let an inhale lift chin and tail. Now tucking the tail and tucking the chin. As you find a push-up. Elbows stay soft. Could be a rocking horse push-up using the knees or not. Rolling over the toes, finding either your cobra or up dog. And then back over those toes. Feel free to use the knees or not as you find your down dog. But not for long. Flow style, feet together. Right leg high, high on the left toes. As you stretch out Achilles, tendon, and calf. Yeah, really lift that other heel up if you can. There it is, yeah, feel that stretch. Now looking between the hands. Floating that foot through as you flex the foot, landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side. And then overhead, warrior one. And then riding the exhale back down to low lunge as you spin that back heel up. And then cycling through your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And then back to down dog. Take your time. Find your flow. Follow your breath. From down dog, second side, flow style, feet together, left leg high, high on the right toes. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it on through, landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side, and then overhead, warrior one. And then riding your next exhale, back to low lunge. And from low lunge, finding your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And back to down dog. Again, take your time. Find your breath. Follow your flow. As we hold down dog, again, either holding it in stillness, seeing what comes up, or adding some movement, stirring it up. However you choose to work. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you step or take a jump front. Let an inhale bring length and you arrive. On the exhale, folding it in. On the inhale, stay low. Knees over toes, hands over head, back to our chair, the powerful pose. Exhaling, taking it lower, finding more power in your legs. Inhale, rising on up, open heart, open throat. Exhaling, neutral spine, hands by your side. I'll ask you to face camera, Kathy, as you bring one hand back onto your heart, the other hand on top, coming back to your breath, and coming back to your intention. From this place, I'm going to allow you to find prayer hands, touching your thumbs to your forehead. Your intention is in your thoughts. Touching your thumbs to your lips. Your intention is in your words. Touching your thumb to your heart. Your intention is in your deeds. Now rolling the hands over, hands by your side. I'll allow you to bring one hand on the belly, one hand on heart. And bowing. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. And in this light, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Kathy, for practicing with me.
Thank you, Mark, for being our practice. Thank you.
Thank you at home. Let's see if anyone jumped on. Not yet. All right. You can see it on the record. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much. We love you.
Namaste. Have a nice day.
Bye.